Welcome back. How to be successful in business and health. Let's have a little chat. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. Let's start out. Leave a comment below. Is vision part of your health and business goals? I'm going to talk about why it probably should be, because vision is a pillar of the guilt-free process where you build vision, focus, and practice. The vision is mindset and strategy of change. And over the weekend, I wrote a little something. Winning happens when you choose the mission more often than is competition. And I shared that online. And I also wrote a little poem called Harvest Success. Success is harvesting all of those moments you said yes to you and your goals, even when it was awkward, heavy, scary, risky, expensive, humid, slow, and boring. Keep practicing, Reggie. So it's a little love note, love poem about choosing your mission. And that's a big thing that I want to talk to you today about, is that this is the future that we're working on with Fit for Freelance. My vision is every entrepreneur knows how to lead the healthy, fulfilling life of their dreams. And entrepreneurship, health goals, winning, everything that comes with success is not easy to do. You hear those post-game conferences with coaches. Winning's not easy. A lot of things have to go right. So it's a series of challenging moments and the decisions you made in those moments to choose yourself and or your goals. Click like if you can relate to that, where it's about not just performing in the game, but all the practices, all the healthy choices, all the exercise, all the study, all the strategy, all the game planning, all the film review, all that kind of stuff in sports. And then when you apply it to business, all the marketing study, all the consulting, working with coaches, etc., that really makes that possible. All right. And then ultimately learning more about yourself, your preferences, and your values when it comes to your own health goals, your own personal goals, and growing into a bigger, better version of yourself. All right. So when you're going through, you're learning new habits. I have a bunch of examples in here. And your ability to say no thanks to things when other opportunities come up, that's a big factor. Whether that's going to the gym or being able to meal prep, having challenging conversations that you need to have with your community partners or your colleagues or your romantic partners or your family, giving speeches, the presentations, the connections that you make in business, going to practice, building and connecting skills in unexpected ways over the years. And this is something that is very unique to you and your brand and the way that you can do things uniquely. And I think having a clear vision for how you kind of synthesize ideas for all the things that you've read and all the things you've experienced and how you can connect that to your audience, that requires a lot of vision. Next, making your own choices, even when unpopular, if everyone's going on a trip or doing something. If you're an entrepreneur, sometimes you make those sacrifices to, stay in and focus more on what you're doing. And same with if you're really focused on a bigger health goal, you recognize like, okay, if I go to happy hour, like go to this one restaurant, I know there's not a lot of healthy choices there. So maybe I should eat something before I go, or I should choose a different thing to make sure I'm taking care of my health. Other things you can do when you're focused on your vision, when you have a bigger picture, investing in coaching, doing what you want to do, or value the things that you want over what other people want you to do. And this is all like kind of the consideration that adds up to success. So when you have that like final report or that, scale weigh in, if that's what you're doing with your weight loss, if that's what you're focusing on, or, you finally hit that goal, or you have your highlight sheet of what's important, that a lot went into that. It's not so straightforward. And what happens sometimes, people will get stuck when they try to jump towards the result without really appreciating the process. So you don't just win automatically just for showing up. All right. You don't usually get a participation trophy for that. Of course, showing up is the first step to always getting the results, or sometimes to at least put the effort in towards getting that result, but it's not always so straightforward. Okay. And so persisting despite not seeing any obvious changes or results for a long time, but it feels right that you're taking the right steps today. That's what I ended up writing about, is that it's not going to be like I worked out and I lost 2 pounds and I feel incredible immediately, right? It's about those small steps that you're like, is this even working? Is this making a difference? And if you have a clear strategy, a vision for what you're doing, then you recognize that like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it feels right. It feels like this is a good thing to be doing, even if it's not necessarily like the most fun thing or like the most pleasurable thing. You're like, wow, I feel energized because I know like I'm fulfilling some sense of purpose that I have. All right. And also being able to do that no matter what the external circumstances are, no matter what the weather looks like, is what I wrote here. Warhawk Matt Scott in the Nike No Excuses commercial. I'll put a link to that below. That's where he's going through a long list of all the things, all the reasons that people might give to not go as hard as they need to, and then ending up doing it anyway. And that's a powerful classic Nike commercial that lives in my head rent free, so to say, where like this is the kind of dedication you need to be successful in whatever you're doing for yourself, in your life, in your health, business goals, anything like that, is building it up. So it comes down to choosing your mission, and being clear on your vision for yourself. And what happens, a lot of people go through, they get stuck because they're living by their unexamined beliefs. Either you start something, you haven't really thought of why you're doing it, or you never really had to consider why you do it. Someone just told you to do stuff and you're like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. I'll do it for the grades. I'll do it for, someone else. I'll do it because whatever I was doing before wasn't working. I'll do it because this is what everyone else is doing. And then you're just going through the motions. You haven't selected a vision, the values, knowing why you're doing it, a sense of purpose is what gives you motivation, which a lot of people get stuck with. I'll put a link to a motivational video below, where it takes some effort or focus to get into what you want to do beyond your unexamined beliefs by examining your beliefs. It's not always easy. What I want you to do is imagine what if people were empowered and inspired to take confident ownership of what they were doing. If more people took ownership and like drove passionately towards what they believed in and what they truly desired for themselves and the vision that they have for the world. And that's what I strongly believe in, because that is what I'm doing on YouTube and on all those social media things below. When you're looking at like, what would you do? Do you feel empowered? Are you making choices because that is what the highest version of yourself would do, the most fulfilled version of yourself would do? Or are you doing things because you haven't really considered them, or you're just trying to fit in and do other things? So big question there. Consider that for yourself. And let's take another quick look at that poem. You can pause it, come back to it later. I think it's valuable to think about. And hold on. Overall, it's what I want is more people living how they want. That's going to make a better society. So if you want to join in on the mission, I've got the daily health tips where you can join other people interested in the same. That link is in the description below. That's on YouTube. And if you want coaching support with your health and business goals, book a call at the link below with the guilt-free game plan. That's a good way to get one-on-one support. We can just have a conversation, talk about what you want to do, and if I can help you build the vision, focus, and practice to make that happen. And I also have the free health habits challenge below. So that's 7 tips, 7 habits that you can start or try that'll support that energy that you have so you can fulfill that vision in your own life, which is a good way to start, and that's free. If you want to talk more or watch another video, you can subscribe to my channel and then also watch my weight loss mindset advice for entrepreneurs, so you know another next step to take on your journey, your path to freedom and fitness. So that's today's message. What do you think? Leave a comment. I want to connect. All right. So follow me on social media, all that. And as always, keep practicing. Peace.